It's time for another incredibly simple but incredibly effective system for getting more money in your business. This is day 30 of my Start a Business with Me January content series. It's coming to you a little bit late. Today's actually day 31, so you're going to get a booster bumper section of videos. But if you're watching this on the replay, on the playlist, we're on day 30 and we're talking about feedback loops. And this is something that you can implement from day one. And this is exactly what I did last year when I made over 82 grand alongside my full-time job. We've already gone through all of the different steps you're going to take to launch your first product. Now, for me, last year, I started creating and selling financial model templates, so spreadsheets that were delivered to people in Excel. Once you have launched your first product, you then want to analyze the response. Sounds incredibly obvious, I know, yet so many people do not do this. This involves tracking absolutely everything. So how many people signed up to your waitlist, how many people bought from you, how many people are actually using your product or service. You're going to look at your analysis and you're going to make a bunch of assumptions, and then you're going to validate them by asking for feedback. Companies do this all the time with reviews on their websites, but you should be doing it as well. This is as simple as sending out a really short Typeform or Google form survey to ask people what they liked, what they didn't like, would they recommend it. Then armed with this new information, you can then iterate on your product. Now, when I say iterate, I mean you're going to make small incremental changes that will add the most amount of value for your customers whilst maintaining monetary value for you. What you don't want to do is overanalyze a very small data set and then do a wholesale overhaul change of your product or service. Make small incremental changes that you can test and validate one at a time. So for me last year, what this part of the loop looked like is that I launched a spreadsheet, I asked people for feedback, I then made another version of a spreadsheet and another one and another one and another one. Then at this point, you can start branching out and creating more products and services based on the feedback and the analysis that you've got from your customers. How can you help solve more problems for them and add more value? And the final part of your feedback loop is how can you make very small percentage incremental improvements on what it is that you do. And to do this, you go through your entire buying cycle from you marketing and creating content online all the way through to your sales pages, to your email sequences, to your thank you sequences, to your feedback loop, and you make them a tiny percent better. And you turn this into a flywheel and you just keep going. You keep launching products, you analyze the response, you ask for feedback, you iterate on them, you create more to create more value, and then you make percentage incremental changes for improvement. And that is a really simple, really effective, highly underrated system for making more money.